January meeting. New member this month, Lee Carter, is joining us. I'd like to welcome Lee to the start with a roll call to my left.
Randy Chase, Nashville.
Andy Allen, Knoxville.
Mark Broad, Knoxville.
Keith Whittington, Johnson City.
Lonnie Tickle, Memphis.
The thing we need to do is adopt the agenda.
Second.
We had one addition to make to it. There was no public comment section, so we're going to add a public comment section after the legal reports. First.
Motion.
Okay, Roddy.
Now second.
And Keith. Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Move on to approval of last meeting's minutes. Any corrections, or do I hear a move for approval?
I move we approve.
Or a second? All right. Motion from Keith, second from Bill Dement. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. License reviews and approvals by the board. We'll start with hardships. Take a motion for approval.
I make a motion that we approve the hardships.
Second.
Any discussion on hardships? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Contractor initial apps and waived interviews. Take a motion for approval of those.
Motion.
Second.
Motion from Connie and a second from Jennifer. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Next, we'll do revisions, increases, add classes, mode, and name changes. Take a motion for approval of those.
Second.
Motion from Andy Allen and a second from Bill Dement. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. LLPs, LLEs, and home improvement licenses. Take a motion for approval of those.
Motion.
Second.
Motion from Ronnie, second from Jennifer. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Applications with factors and the interviews this morning. Everyone need to discuss those. Motion for approval.
So moved.
Motion from Keith, second from Jennifer. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, that motion carries. We'll move on to the residential continuing education provider reviews. I guess there are none of those, correct? Sorry. All right, we're moving on to the legal report. Make a motion for approval of the legal report.
Motion.
Second.
Motion from Ronnie, second from Keith. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. All right, public comment section. Are there any comments from the public? Being none, we'll move on to the legislative update. Stuart?
Sure. There are a couple of bills that have been introduced. One of them is extending the Go Build program through July 1st, 2029. That one's making it through the committees. There's another bill that would, when someone is seeking a renewal of a monetary limit more than 1.5 million, instead of submitting a reviewed or audited financial statement, that would be now a compilation that is prepared by a licensed public accountant or certified public accountant. That one has just been introduced. I don't think it's made it through. I'm going to make you aware of what is actually happening in this session. And I don't know if
Is that for renewal only?
for renewal only, yes. At this point,
1.5 million or larger?
yes.
Good for legislative updates? Okay. Cody Vest, our executive director, have you got an update for us? Good.
Something I don't feel like the staff could make that decision, so I wanted a full board decision, please. So I'm gonna give you a few minutes to look it over. You do see that he has written his explanation. Then you will see all his identification. And then you'll see this, the one sheet of the criminal record that pertains to this charge. And then you'll see back. We really didn't need to copy that, but that's where he's asked for a patent. What I was actually looking at is at the bottom, he received his sentence imposed to serve was 37 months with 5 years probation. You have a recommendation letter from the rehabilitation center that he was in also. Gentleman has not made application as of yet. He wants to reinstate his license. So he has been with us before.
So, what makes this application unique from the other dozens of felony applications that we receive?
The length of time and the actual charge, and that he had been a licensee before.
He's still on probation now, correct?
But it looks like he got 5 years for the probation. So when he got out, he would be right there at that time frame. This is 23. No, this is 24, then 23.
Well, I've been told in the past with the Fresh Start Act, it doesn't matter if they're on probation or off probation. I don't. I mean,
With the
what's our
fresh-
options?
yes. With the Fresh Start Act, if you're going to deny an application, you have to take it to the Fresh Start Act and go down the list of reasons. We'd have to quote what that reason is and give the code. If you're going to approve it, you don't need to take it to the Fresh Start Act.
So yeah, I mean, I approve much worse than this every month because we're forced to approve it. So I don't. I make a motion to approve it.
I'll second that.
All right, any other discussion? All right, motion from Andy, second from Keith. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And bear with me. I'm just into my second month, and that's the worst one that I had seen. So, yeah. I believe you move on. I don't know if you've ever been given this information or not. This is my executive director's report. What you have up at the top of the report is the actual number of licensees that you have. You have 57,731 licensed.
Have that information, Cody?
Yes, sir. It's on the iPad.
Okay.
I need assistance with their iPad. I always need assistance with my iPad. So if you do, we'll be glad to help you. Yes, sir.
Got it now.
Like I said, I don't know if you've been provided with this information before or not, but this is what's going on at the board in our office. I won't go. You can see for yourself. It's contractors, home improvement, LLEs, and LLPs. Like I said, it's 57,731. What is interesting is the next graph below that, which is your initial applications month over month, starting with 2021. We did a 3-year chart here, graph, I mean. And if you see, we're running about the same for 21, 22, and 23. You're right into almost to 4,000 a month. And that is broken down to how many applications we're receiving per month. These applications are very, I'm not going to say difficult, but lengthy for us to process with the different steps that we've had to go. If you look at the other one, the other one is all application data. Now that is simply broken down per profession. Now I say per profession, I mean, contractors, home improvement, LE. The LLEs, they do flux. They have a flow every month. Every year. It's I think an ebb there. And we went ahead and did the open and closed complaint report. This is just for the month. For the year of 2023, to give you an idea how many open cases, closed cases, and sanctions you had. The bottom one is an interesting statistic also. It's the 2023 Zendesk ticket volume. That's how many people are calling in to the office, getting the customer service. That's where everybody goes to now. And if they're not able to answer the questions, they send over a ticket and we handle the telephone call. That's why it's broken down to voice and non-voice. One is that they do call in, and the other is for a ticket that has been sent to us. So just for the year, of 2023, we had 48,876 calls into the board office.
How many people do you have fielding these phone calls?
That is over to the customer service center. I understand that there's a pod over there, and I believe there's like 4 people, but I'm not really sure on that department. Everyone in our area, except for our auditors, get the tickets that come over, and they have to work them, which we're actually answering the telephone call that way. We either do it by email or we will call, take care of the tickets.
That's the 11,250.
Oh, that's the 48,876. Because we get it by voice and by ticket. I didn't know if you've ever seen that information before or not, but the board office is doing a lot of work.
About 4,000.
Yes, sir. If you don't have any questions on that, that's my presentation.
I feel like I get about half of those in emails.
Yes, sir. Well, we try to spread that love around. Thank you.
Thank you, Cody.
Good job, guys. That's a lot.
Yep.
That
Yeah.
is.
All right. New business today. Alex, you have some new business?
Yes, sir. I actually just wanted to tack on to the executive director's report. That's okay.
Sure.
Yes, sir. So I meant to tack on at the end of that, not to interrupt the new business, but had asked Cody and the team to work to put together a report. I thought it was worthwhile to show the board. Wanted to make sure that y'all are aware of some of the back end work that the team is focused on. That report is comparable to what we share with some other boards, and on a periodic basis want to make sure that we're updating y'all about some of our license numbers, complaints, and things of that nature. But just additionally, I think we had discussed this at the last board meeting. We just wanted to share a general timeline for what we see moving forward with the executive director position that ultimately will be back up in front of the board in March. And so at this time, just coordinating with HR, we anticipate that the posting for the job will go live on February 20th. Again, we discussed in our last meeting that there's that period of time where there's a blackout period where no state roles are posted. So it really would not have been possible to conduct that process at this meeting and to have the job out there for any length of time. So anticipate that the job will be up on February 20th. We'll stay out there for 2 weeks. So obviously we'll share that posting with y'all. If you've got folks in your network, we would encourage anyone and everyone to apply. We definitely want to have a great field of applicants. Would then anticipate that we would receive those applicants back on March the 5th, which will leave us some time to conduct interviews internally, have the board chairman involved, and hopefully be able to present a group of finalists to the board chairman and proceed at that full board meeting on March 26th, I believe. Happy to answer any questions.
Questions? Thank you, Alex. Anybody else got anything today? Take a motion for adjournment.
Motion.
Second.
We're adjourned.